It is quite widely known that Kevin Parker plays every instrument on Tame Impala records, and at one point played drums for his mate's band in Pond. Not only is he playing instruments on these records, he has also produced every Tame Impala and Pond album. In fact, I would even go as far as saying the production on his second and third albums, Lonerism and Currents, was some of the best of the decade and actually influenced quite a large amount of producers in the psychedelic and pop scenes of the last 10 years. The reasons for his choice to produce Tame and Pond's music is quite obvious. He makes all the songs for Tame, and the guys in Pond are his best friends, so why not help a mate out? Although there was another record from a Perth act that was surprisingly produced by Kevin, which slips under the radar. And it's quite interesting that he even lent his skills to this obscure band for reasons that are still vastly unknown. This band was a funk/hip hop group called Koi Child, who were formed in 2015 as a project that combined two other Perth outfits, Kashikoi and Child's Play. Apparently the story goes that they were performing locally in Fremantle when Parker stumbled across them in his live scene. He approached them about working together, and the group made the easy decision of taking his offer. They recorded their debut self-titled album and released it in 2016 with a small amount of success locally and nationally. Singles 159 and Black Panda received strong airplay on Triple J, and the band was given opportunities to open for Tame Impala at some of their live shows. Unfortunately, the band broke up soon after the release of their debut record, despite growing success and the connection to one of the world's most prominent music producers of their time. The breakup was dealt with quietly, and it's hard to find any information on the web about why this happened, but someone commented on one of my videos where I spoke of them with quite a staggering reason behind their split. I actually hadn't personally heard of this allegation at the time I made the previous video, but if it were to be true, it would definitely explain the reason for their sudden but quiet disappearance. The question is still out there though of why Kevin chose this band out of all the awesome local acts in Perth to work with. It must have been their sonic diversity that caught his attention, with brass ensembles, thumping rhythms, and fierce vocals. I can imagine him hearing them and liking the idea of challenging himself to something new with his producing skills. The album they released was well received, and after another listen, I gotta say, it's aged really well. Parker's production is flawless really, with every instrument sounding so lush and clear. It begs the question though, will Kevin ever do this again? He often lends his hand to the other famous artists he collaborates with for productions such as Post Malone and so on, but these are usually for one-off songs or special occasions. Would he ever pluck a local Perth artist out of the clouds again and produce them? I hope so. We have a thriving local scene of musicians here in Perth, and I'd love to see him work with another up-and-coming band. I'd suggest his production chops would sound great with local bands such as Super Thick, Death by Denim, Great Gable, or even the Southern River Band. Or wouldn't it be cool if he did what I would call a Perth super collab? For example, imagine his production on a Carnival 8-minute epic. One can only dream, I guess.